Hi everyone, my name is Kealy Byass and today I'll be presenting assignment 2 of EDUC 2059 Studies in Mathematics 1. Today I'll be presenting 3 learning experiences which relate to Year 2 measurement and geometry. These mathematic learning experiences will allow students to use informal units of measurement with specific reference to length. Students will work mathematically to compare shapes based on length through various applications of informal units of measurements. These will involve estimation and the application of critical and creative thinking. All of the learning experiences relate to the Australian Curriculum Assessment and Reporting Authority, ACARA 2016 content scripted for Year 2, stating, compare and order several shapes and objects based on length, area, volume and capacity, using appropriate uniform informal units. Learning Experience 1, Prior Knowledge Task. Prior knowledge task involves students to use finger lengths to compare measurements. The teacher provides visual images of objects and students make estimations with finger lengths to determine measurements. The teacher provides 3 images on an interactive board. The images include a dinosaur, a house and a book. Students estimate how many finger lengths long each object will be. Teachers also ask a range of questions, such as, what object would be more than 10 finger lengths long? Students can draw or record the name of an object which represents the measurement estimation. Williams 2002 states everyday experiences and informal knowledge develop students' understanding of measurement. Williams 2002, as stated in Jacobson, Kealy, Leher and Storm 1999. Students apply knowledge and make connections to everyday life through the opportunity to use informal measurement through using finger lengths. When teaching, it is important to highlight there can be many misconceptions, such as the various finger lengths. The Raise et al. 2012 text states an important teaching resource is the textbook. The textbook provides background knowledge about mathematics and effective teaching pedagogy. This text will be used to inform the learning experience. Students will also be supported to think mathematically as the teacher will question and explore various informal units of measurement at the conclusion of the lesson. Group discussions will be implemented throughout the lesson, an important practice to ensure each student can voice their opinion and understanding of measurement. Jaworski 2006 believes communication empowers learning and development from a young age. The prior knowledge lesson is essential as it provides the opportunity to discover child understanding and ensures future learning experiences are targeted at a diverse range of needs and the stages of various development throughout primary school. Raise et al. 2012. Experience 2. The learning objectives of Learning Experience 2 is to develop students' understanding of measuring 2 objects, making comparisons between their length and string, working cooperatively in groups, and communicating findings. When teaching, students will be organised into partners and then seated on the floor. An online video will be used to educate students' understanding and stimulate their learning interest. How Big is the Magic Bus by ABC's Splash 1999 will be presented to students. The video is age appropriate, uses fun characters, and the language develops student understanding of common vocabulary. The use of language is effective as it provides insights to the learning activity and discusses the important points of measurement and informal units. Asking questions to stimulate student interest is essential. Questions such as, what do you think is longer, the length of the teacher's desk or the length of the student's desk? As well as, is the length of the door longer than the length of the coloured lunch order box? Students will record these estimations in their books. Half the pairs are assigned to investigate comparison 1 and the others investigate comparison 2. Students will use a piece of string to measure each of these objects. Each student will lay by each piece of string to determine which is different. It is essential to move throughout the classroom as the teacher and scaffold learning to ensure all students are working effective as partners and determine the differences between the pieces of string. When teaching, it is also important to model asking self questions before, during and after solving the mathematic problems. Therefore, giving examples when observing students is important. Byass, 1996. It is also important to recognise problems can arise when students are measuring each object. This could be due to room limitations. Students all may want to measure the one lunchbox at the same time. Therefore, it is important students develop communicational skills to get along and work effectively together. After each group presents their findings, the teacher creates a graph to represent the length of each object to show the difference in measurement. Critically, discussing the findings from the activity is also important and will include comments on challenges, random results, and common similarities. Effectively, teaching develops student ability to create mental images, as students initially make estimations and are able to investigate what they see in their minds, as stated by Johnson, Wilder, and Mason 2005. To conclude the lesson, a group reflection will be made. Students will sit on the floor and share their findings, as stated earlier. Within the evidence presented from each group, it is important to comment on the key findings, with reference to length and measurement. Within the presentation, students discuss the overall findings from using the pieces of string and comment on the strengths and weaknesses. Using a string as an informal measurement targets a ACARA content descriptor and achievement standards. Students will work within the two ACARA general capabilities, numeracy and critical and creative. Learning Experience 3 further develops student thinking and working with informal units of measurement. The learning experience has a range of outcomes, including development of measurement comparisons, critical reflections on measurement processes, and cooperation with a partner. Differentiation is achieved as students work with a partner to measure and trace a shoe. This ensures teachers target a range of needs through the sequencing of activities. Sullivan, 2011. The Australian Mathematic Dictionary by D. Clerk and Marasco, 2014, will be used as a teaching resource. This resource informs teacher understanding of terms and meanings. Due to prior lessons developing student knowledge on measurement, it ensures all students are able to effectively participate. The experience investigates which class member has the longest shoe. Students take turns in tracing a partner's shoe on a large brown piece of paper. Each student creates a traced copy of their own length, which illustrates the length of their shoe. Students record their name on the piece of paper. When teaching, it is important to develop students' natural curiosity, which ensures they ask questions. This is important as it develops students' confidence to always ask questions and seek help when they are confused. Biggs and McLean, 1969, as cited in Byass, 1996. The lesson duration of 45 minutes ensures sufficient time to create a shoe wall. An open and black wall is required, as the teacher marks both ends, one small and the other the longest. Students take turns in placing their shoe along the wall with blue tack. With the support of the teacher, students create a shoe wall which visually provides a demonstration to students of length, indicating the smallest shoe to the longest shoe in the class. Overall, the learning experience effectively engages student development and understanding of ordering shapes according to informal units of measurement. The activity relates to the ACARA achievement standard for Year 2 students, as it states, students order shapes and objects using informal units, ACARA 2016. Assessment. Assessment for learning, formative assessment will be used. Raise et al. 2012 states phases of planning include planning, gathering, interpreting, and using. When planning the assessment in the prior knowledge experience, learning activities which ensure the teacher could effectively determine student understanding and knowledge will be used. The gathering of evidence is considered as students are able to draw and write responses to activities, as well as express individual understandings of measurements with relation to their everyday experiences. When interpreting the information, judgments within assessment criteria will be used with relation to ACARA. When using the results of the assessment, comments and level of knowledge will be recorded. Future learning experiences are then subsequently planned with the informed understanding of the student's skills and knowledge and abilities. For both the learning experiences, observation will be used to assess the learning. From the observations of student engagement, it ensures teachers gain insights to the student attitude and dispositions presented. Raised at our 2012. Recording observational notes ensures assessment investigates student understanding of measurement. It ensures assessment is thorough and provides written notes for future references and therefore the subsequent lessons to follow. Questioning is another form of assessment which will be used in Learning Experience 2 and 3. Asking questions throughout both activities ensures effective assessment and models the importance of questioning for students as well. Open-ended questions will be used. These questions require students to explain and give reasons to their answers. Classroom questions will also be used and are evidently present in Learning Experience 2, as the students investigate the two length comparisons. Through asking students to answer a question, it engages thinking and aids communication as well as many discussions. Overall, the three learning experiences aim to develop student understanding and development of measurement in Year 2. The content descriptor from Akara, compare and order several shapes and objects based on length, area, volume, and capacity using appropriate informal units, is assessed with the achievement standard from Akara 2016. Students order shapes and objects using informal units. The learning experiences are sequenced and therefore develop student knowledge and understanding through the valuable activities. The teaching practices support and scaffold learning to ensure the development of understanding.